Tonight on Heat of the Drum, it's Cajun rubbed chicken wings. Check these guys out. Let's do it. And welcome back to Heat of the Drum. My name is Steve. Today we're doing Cajun rubbed wings. We're going to create a Cajun inspired rub from scratch and get it on these wings and get them in this drum smoker and get them cooked. So let's not hesitate. Let's go ahead and get this rub made. Here we go. All right, now let's go over our ingredients for this Cajun rub. We're going to start out with 2 packed teaspoons of dark brown sugar. And what we have here, let's just go down the line. We got 1.5 teaspoons of smoked paprika, 2.5 tablespoons of normal paprika, 1.5 teaspoons of kosher salt, 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, 2 teaspoons of coarse ground pepper, 1/4 teaspoon of ground white pepper, 1 tablespoon onion powder, 1 teaspoon cayenne pepper, 2 teaspoons of dried leaf oregano, and 1 teaspoon of dried thyme leaves. And now let's get all that mixed up and combined. And here we go. And let's get that all mixed up and incorporated. Extremely humid out here today. We're going to get this all mixed up. And when you're done, it's going to look like that. All right. And here is our wings. And what I'm going to do is just cut the flapper off right here. I'm going to come in right at that joint, and I'm just going to cut that off. We don't need that anymore, so we're just going to whack that right off. Just like that. They cut real easily. And here's how I'm doing that. I flip it over like this, and then you can just cut them off just like that, real easily. Show you another one, and then I'll knock the rest of these on out. You can even do it like that. And I'll show you on this big guy right here. You just find where the joint is at right there and chop them right off. So real easy to do. I'll go ahead and knock the rest of these out. Okay, so what I've done here is put these upside down on a foil lined cookie sheet with just these little racks in there just to keep it up off of that foil. And what we're going to do is go ahead and start seasoning these. Now, we're not going to put any oil or anything on these to get the rub to stick. Right now, they're still wet out of the package, so that's a good time to put your rub on. So let's go ahead and do that. And here we go. Here's our rub we made earlier. Let's get on it. Here we go. I'm going to make sure these are all coated nicely. It's all about the flavor. See if anything looks like it got missed, which these all look pretty good. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go in here and kind of pat this rub in there and make sure it sticks in there good. It doesn't fall off as soon as I flip these over. Another rainy day here. It's raining out. Humid as all get out. But we're doing some Cajun rubbed wings. And they're going to be good. Okay, let's get them flipped and get the other side seasoned. Same deal, making sure there's a nice coating on these. Let's see if anybody looks like they got missed. And we used all that rub basically. Same deal, I'm going to go ahead and just press the rub in there. Get it a little adhered onto that skin. And see if I got any bare spots. I got just a smidge left here. That guy looks like he needs some. Okay, and they are rubbed and they look good. So these are going to go back in the fridge for an hour. While that'll give us plenty of time to get this drum fired up, get our temp dialed in, and let's get them in the fridge and start working on this drum. If you guys have ever wondered why I use a chimney cap, two reasons: wind and rain. And I found that out early on my journey with drum smokers because I didn't have this smoke shack made at the time, and rain now is not a factor for me, but it was originally. And I was trying to prevent rain from going down in my smoker when I was out cooking my food. And we get a lot of wind that blows through here, and I just didn't want the wind blowing down, messing with my temp. I was trying to regulate it, and this works really good. So just in case anybody's ever wondered why I have that on there. Okay, let's talk about charcoal. So right now I'm using Royal Oak combined with some Kingsford, and I have that in both my chimney and my basket. And today we're going to be adding some apple wood. And what I normally will do is just stage these towards the outside. Looks good to me. Let's get her in the smoker. Okay, we got the chimney going. We got the wings in the fridge hanging out, absorbing that rub. And it's just a matter of time. We'll get this chimney dumped in about 15-20 minutes, and we'll start working towards getting this thing dialed in. Now our cooking temp we're after today is right around 300 degrees, give or take, in that area. That's what we're after. So that's what we'll be striving for, and bring you back once we dump the coals and start working on this drum. And we're going to be dumping any second now. And I thought I'd show something new to you guys that I got. I just got some new grill gloves. Now, if you've been watching my videos, you've probably seen me using these that I've had for quite a while, and I even burned the end of the thumb out of it one time. And these things have held up. They've done their job, but I thought, they're getting kind of funky with that thumb, so it's time to move on and get something new. So the search began, basically. And I seen these online, and I couldn't tell at first from the picture if the whole thing was silicone or if it was a fabric and silicone mix, because I didn't want all silicone. And I decided to go ahead and order them and see what they would be. So I'm pleasantly surprised that it is a fabric here, and the only thing that's silicone is all these red grips and flames. And you can see on the inside there is a liner on the inside, and these are made by Smart, and I picked these up online for about 15 bucks, and we're going to be trying them out tonight, and they feel pretty good when you put them on, so we'll see how they do momentarily. They come up pretty far, and they grip your forearms pretty good, so we'll give them a try and see what they do. Put my restrictor plate in. We are using a bowl of water tonight. All right. We're closer. We're getting there. Okay, so now we got the chimney dumped. We're going to let this lid stay off for about 8 minutes, get the lid on, and then really work on dialing this thing in. Let's get this lid on. Okay, my alarm is going off. It's time to set this damper. And all I do is that right there. Okay, it's time. We're going to get these wings on. And for those of you that are curious, right now our target temp for our wings is 300. And right now we are, $299. We're right there. And right now we're 296. It dropped a few degrees, but we're right there where we need to be. Let's go ahead and get these wings on. And here we go. And what I like to do is take the smaller ones and put them towards the center just to protect them. We're going to pack them in a little tight. And then we're just going to quickly work our way out. This guy here needs to be switched out. He needs to go there. This guy over here. And we'll get the lid on. Okay, and we just got the wings on. What we're going to do now is we're going to wait 45 minutes. In 45 minutes, we're going to rotate. Just in case there's a hot spot in there, I always like to rotate about halfway through. And we'll see you then. Okay, it's the 45-minute mark. Let's go ahead and take a look at these wings. We're going to rotate. We're going to add a little butter onto that skin and flip. Let's go ahead and take a look at these. Okay, let's get this lid off. And we're getting our first look at these wings. First thing we're going to do is rotate, spin these around. Just in case there's a hot spot. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to take some melted butter. This is unsalted butter, and we're just going to kind of dab across the top of these real quick like. And this is about Not quite a full stick, about 3/4 of a stick of butter I'm using here. Like I said, I'm working fast because we still want to flip these and hit the other side. You can hear that sizzling on them coals down there. And this is going to add some flavor. It's going to add in the crisping process. Okay, let's get them flipped over. And these are looking good. And we're going to work fast. Actually, I'm going to get both hands in here. Bottom side's looking good. Ooh-wee. I'm going to reposition if we need to. We're going to get them all back in tight. Just like that. Let's get our butter on them. And we're trying to work fast. Giving each one probably about 2 dabs of butter. And right there. That'll work for me. Let's get the lid on. Okay, it's been about 17 more minutes. Let's go ahead and get a temp on these things. And for those of you who want to know, where our target temp was 300 on the smoker. Right now we are doing 290. All right, here we go. Let's check this guy right here. Let's get a light on here. 149. What we're looking for is at least 159 right there on that one. So double check this guy again. He's the one in the center. 152. Yeah, see, he come up. I want about 155. So we're right there. We're going to go ahead and start the crisping process. Let's do this. I'll show you how I do it. Okay, let's get this thermometer out here. We don't care about that anymore. All right, let's go ahead and get these off momentarily. We no longer need this water bowl or this restrictor. We're going to go ahead and get both of those out just like this. Okay, now that that's out, we're going to go ahead. Wings are back in. Just like that. And we get the lid on. Now we start the crisping process. And what I do is every 2 minutes, I set a timer. Every 2 minutes, I'm flipping, lid back on, another 2 minutes. And we do that until we get the desired crispness that we want. And usually it takes, at least 5 times. So it'll keep you on your toes, but it's well worth it in the end. All right, it's been 2 minutes. Let's go ahead and check on these wings and get them flipped. And here we go. Expect some smoke because you're crisping them up. Ooh, look at that one. Oh, yeah. And we're going to move real quickly and fast and get these flipped over. Just like that. And another 2 minutes. Okay, it's been another 2 minutes. Let's look at these bad boys. Oh, yeah. This time I'm just going to get in here with my hands. It'll be a lot faster, a lot easier. And, ooh, man, look at that. Wow. Ooh, look at that guy. Get them in tight. Another 2 minutes. Okay, this is our third 2 minutes. Let's go ahead and check these out. Here we go. Man, these smell so good. Nothing like chicken wings. And here we go. We're going to go ahead and get them flipped. You can see with every rotation, they're getting just slightly darker. And that's what we're after. We're going to keep doing that until we get them the way we want them. Ooh, man, look at that guy. Lid on. Okay, this is the fourth time. Let's take a look at them. Ooh-wee. And here we go. Wow. We are getting there, my friends. Ooh, look at those. But I think it's going to be a couple more rotations. And these will be close. They are getting there. Let's get the lid back on. Okay, so it's been 6 rotations. A total of about 12 minutes is all you need to crisp these things up. Right now, we're going to pull them off, put them on this tray, on this rack right here, and just let them sit a couple minutes. And then it's time to sample them. And here we go. Look at those. Let's go ahead and get these guys off and get them on this rack. Man, this is going to be some good eating, my friends. Woo! Man, they smell good. All right, we're going to let these hang out for a couple minutes, and then we're going to be trying them. Oh, man, I've been smelling these things for about the last hour, and let me tell you, my mouth is watering. Let's go ahead and get into one of these, because they look really good. Let's take this guy right here. Oh, man. They are juicy, and they're going to be tasty. Let's go ahead and take a bite. Mmm. Look at that. The bone just pulls right out. That's what you want for tender wings. Like this. Let's try this drum right here. I'll tell you what, these things are juicy, and that rub tastes real good. Combined with the smoke of the drum and stuff. You know, it was an easy smoke. All we did was make a rub, a Cajun-inspired rub at the very beginning. We cut the flappers off our wings, put the rub on them, both sides, got them back in the fridge for about an hour. Long enough to get this drum fired up, get the temp dialed in around 300 degrees. We cooked them. We did the 2-minute crisping process at the end about 6 times for about an additional 12 minutes once they hit about the 155 mark on temp. And I tell you what, man, these are good. And they got just enough kick. You can do this too until I see you again the next time on Heat of the Drum. I'm eating good tonight.